society. So I have a question from you guys that if biologically and intellectually men or women are same, then why men are dominating? Men are equality. Either we talk about law, there is concept of equality. So everyone should be uh, represented equally. There's no discrimination. Today, the feminists talk about equity, not equality. There's a difference between equity and equality. Equality and equity. Sorry? What's the difference between equality? If they talk about equality on that, and if they are talking about equity, so how can we discuss that? It is the concept of companies to pay them either they are paying low or they are paying them high. They can read in high courts or in the session courts, so they can get the equity from there. If they will talk about equality, then we will discuss about that. Also, you asked about men being dominant in society. It's not because of women being less intellectual than men, it's because of patriarchy that's been going on since the very start of the day. Why? Because back then, women needed men to protect them and for their financial stability. Back in the day, women were not given the right to educate themselves or work. That is why men were working since then, and women needed them to support themselves, but it doesn't happen right now. But like back in the day, it used to happen, which is why we have a patriarchal
So
society.
basically, we have to break this phenomena. Why I mean to say like the females can fight themselves for their rights. If you talk the example of China and Japan, so the women of Chinese women and Japanese women even can fight. If nobody can harass them, right? So this stigma must be broken now. Like the women are only dependent on the men in terms of financially, in terms of emotionally, in terms of the physical protection itself. You mean to say? So like women of today must be so much empowered, not only in terms of the opportunity hunting, as well as to protect them, right? So yeah.
Okay, I never claimed that women are not strong enough to protect themselves. I only countered her question of, she asked why men were dominant in the society.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Men, the only reason men are dominant in the society today is because of patriarchy that has been going on since the very start of the day. It's
Okay.
really hard to break a system that has
So
been
do
going
you
on.
agree that men should be dominating the society or not? Do you agree on this stance?
Dominant based thing that we're against modern feminism. There's a
Okay,
difference.
okay, fine, no issue. That's
So if we talk
Why
about
not 50 when they can come on open merit?
like they okay, basically the I was trying to say mostly women are not even allowed, like from like there's a mindset in our country that women should not work outside.
You are not
And
getting
absolutely. So first of all, I would like to reply to the last comment. Yes, he was saying that feminism is must be promoting is being promoted nowadays through these slogans like what you are saying. Like another slogan is also like "Khana tum khud khao," whatever. So basically, the concept behind these slogans is not to like to discourage the men. Okay, it's basically the equal rights. For example, the women are not only bound to cook a food. Okay, and women and men both can work, both can cook, both are basically the two wheels of the one like vehicle. If I would like to say giving the analogy, right? So, but in our society, the women are only supposed to do the house chores, right? So why the men cannot do that? But for example, our prophet peace be upon him used to clean the house as well. So why men cannot clean now? Okay, this was basically the slogan you are talking about. Now, answering to your question, I think in a certain fields there must be a quota. Why is it so? Because there's a male dominating society. If you talk about the judiciary, there are a lot of male dominating society. Even you cannot park the car instead of the kacheri. You will be immediately be penalized by the lawyers, right? So why is it so? Because they are so much dominating. They are basically jamming the laws, your rules and regulation, which is being made by the your country as well. In fact, your law.
We are not preventing them. They cannot apply on open merit if they are good enough in their qualification, if they are pass their judiciary exams and interview. After that, they can easily come on merit that is 90% or 95%. But if we talk about quota seat, they are 65% or 70%.
About
On women quota seats.
Women is 65% for women.
That stops on something like 60.
I don't think so. I don't agree.
That is the figure.
It's 65% for women quotas specified in education.
65% merit.
Okay.
25% total equality.
It could vary department to department, but overall, if you just see the situation, employment situation into the country, so you will see women are being harassed, women are being deprived from giving the opportunities in any field. So what I have noticed, maybe I'm wrong. So yeah.
Why can you justify why women should be given all these opportunities and all these extra things that you're saying? Because shouldn't other people like transgenders and people who are disabled also be given those opportunities, because they're also being deprived of these all these rights? So why are you justifying constantly that women should get these rights over all these people who are also oppressed in the society?
Absolutely. We are not just supporting the women, we are just basically talking about the equality. Right, the men, women, and just talking about the transgender, that could be the third one, a category into the gender. So they should also be given the equal opportunities, but depending upon the how much they contribute into the overall population. For instance, if they are 5% of the population, then their quota must be according to their population number. But if you just talk about the male and female, obviously they are more or less are equal in Pakistan. Approximately 55% are females, I think so, in Pakistan, 45% males, as per the census, like the last one, as the population. So we are not talking about that the 55% quota must be given to the females, but at least 50%. Less than there, the percentage contribution to the overall population.
Why there is environment quota then when there is open merit? Everyone can apply easily. They can come on open merit now. And the other thing is that the women who become feminists, ultimately their family breaks down. There are a lot of family influences nowadays. They are away from their house. And the other thing is that there is a increasing rate in victim part. Nowadays, if you are a female or a lady, whatever, you go to police station and just on a single application, FIR is being registered on you without any inquiry, without any investigation. That is not fair.
I think so. I think my point of view is that like to equify the male and women, male and female population. Like in certain departments there are such a male-dominated society in that on that specific department. So to encourage more females to apply and to be there with the male counterparts, there are certain type of quotas which are very less than as compared to the open merit, but they are there.
According to what one of you said, women and men are intellectually equal, right? So if they're intellectually equal, why do women need these quotas?
We will be happy either they are 90% of population, members are women. That is not an issue if they are
also, if you want to encourage women to participate in all these things and go up for jobs, why don't you also ask other people to participate? Like, for example, the disabled and transgenders also, they're also being oppressed, they're also not being given these rights. Why should women be the ones to get these opportunities?
Yeah, in my opinion, there are quotas as well. In every department there is specific quota for disabled, for transgenders, and they are also there to promote those part of the society as well. And
can you just justify, if they're intellectually equal, why do they need these quotas?
Because they are so much oppressed in our society, they are not allowed to work easily, left their homes.
The province in which you are sitting, the CM is a woman. Yeah, you can. And she is discriminated.
It is in our society, it is not in our government alone. Our government is allowed us to work. It is in our society, in our real society.
Also open, like different initiatives were like open for them, like to encourage them to work. Like there are certain like extra safeties for them. Government
Okay, my question is that if we talk about Pakistan, basically rural areas where
men dominance is high as compared to women. So women not know about their rights. So you should stand with us that women empowerment is
Yes.
is of need. Is of society need.
And I think there's a record of freedom for women, because in Pakistan if men love the girl and he talk to their families and they accept it, and whenever the girl express their love or they shoot it. What
the recent happening in the
in Balochistan, they express their love to parents and they did not accept and shoot him.
That is lack of education in their
Because
province.
that's our
And
culture.
they are
That's why we're not
illiterate, they are
accepting
killing
this
them.
one.
So who is responsible for this incident? I mean, the male basically killed the woman in the recent incident at happened in Balochistan.
They were abducted by police and they are punished by police. I think
Not
you-
just the
you
male,
didn't-
the women and the family also knew this was about to happen.
Right.
They knew everything, but yet they supported this.
Mm.
So that is internalized misogyny. The women also did not support their daughters or the women in their family. They knew this was going to happen, right? So it's not just the men, the women also contributed to that.
Because they don't know about her rights. I mean,
Yeah.
for instance, the head of the family obviously would be the male, right? So as
It's
per
not the, sorry.
as per the head of the family of that girl, maybe as per him, this is a sin. She is basically asking for her right of love, right?
He wasn't educated enough to know what's right and what's wrong, right? So it all comes down to a lack of awareness and education. It's not about the genders. It's about a lack of education.
But
and awareness.
educated people do the same. Unfortunately, a lot of feudalist
And
families.
only woman was not killed. The
In
man
lot of
who was
feudalist
before that,
families-
he was also killed. So there is no
In
gender
lot of-
Nobody is
in
talking
that.
about the man.
I know many people who are so
Talking
much
about
educated
women.
in feudalist families who are not giving the inheritance to their daughters. Even they are educated.
That's it's an upbringing. Okay, when parents upbringing a daughter and mother of son, it's different type. My father has a different type of category and her father is different type of category. It's just mentality of parents. That's why everything is happening. And now we're living in a 2025. I think it's more. It's more better than last 2, 4, 5, 3 years. That's why. And if you said,
Why is it better? Because people are now talking about the women empowerment nowadays on the social media as well, not only in the social media as well in general
it's a lack
discussion.
of communication, lack
Yeah.
of knowledge. Everyone is different nature. Everyone has different behavior. That's why.
So it means that's why we are here to debate you guys. Like the women empowerment must be. So you are also agree to us.
I'm not.
Can you
I'm not
define
against
it? Wait a second.
women empowerment. It's just a society situation.
Can you define feminism?
ठीक है? We live in a Punjab.
Okay.
If you go there, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Azad Kashmir, it's different nature, different culture. We can't do anything freely. That's why.
Feminism, as per my point of view,
Sorry?
no, basically people now are well aware, right? So the ratio of the school going for girls is day by day increasing, right?
Basically today I have seen that women encourages to doing job I have visited many industries like hospitality sectors and other companies. I have shown that women encourages and they prefer to they prefer for doing job. So rather than men, women are also encouraged to doing jobs like they have facilities to do.
Yeah, they have a right to do anything. I mean, within the limits of their religion, whatever the religion they belong to. Okay, so if you just take the example of our Punjab government, so our petticoat government, like the female lady. So before that, in the last government, like the man name is Usman Buzdar. So for example, if just compare both individuals, so who is the better as per your point of view?
That is
So-
politics. That is something.
No, I'm just taking the real example.
Don't
So
allow to involve
if there is
politics.
stigma
Sorry.
associated with the ladies, I mean they cannot govern the province. Why can't? I mean, she's managing. The law and order situation is being improved nowadays. I mean, with the introduction of the CSC.
She is not managing, she is being compromised by whom you will also know very well.
Also, we will not dig out further details in the politics,
What is CC doing?
But basically, yeah, killing those individuals who are getting the very much favors from the courts.
You are just simply killing a person without knowing whether he is innocent or he is acquitted.
No, they have some record, like the previous record.
You are sitting here and I will register FIR against you of attempt to murder. You will also not know about that and someone comes and kill you.
FIR cannot be entered without any proof.
FIR can be lodged without your information. I can tell you that.
FIR
can be lodged without informing you.
No, it cannot.
It can be lodged.
No, it
can be.
That could be the information you may put on. FIR is something else, right?
They are killing on the basis of FIRs, and those FIRs are fake FIRs.
Well, I was just.
Well, that is politics.
Well, that could be another topic, but just I was saying that the female can also govern the province or country as well. In the Germany,
yes, we have.
Why you are against government? As you see, CM Mariam Nawaz.
We are not against. We are in the favor.
We are against. We are not against women empowerment. We are against
modern feminism. Okay, modern feminism is about wanting to be a man rather than having the rights equal to the man, right? Can you explain?
Few indirect expression might be misinterpreted sometime, right? The slogans as we're talking about, these are not a straightforward slogans. These are the indirect slogans. We need to interpret.
Okay.
Like
what about I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean, I'm not gonna help out the men in my family? Yeah. Is that equality?
What does it mean? I'll explain you. First of all, if husband instruct the wife clean up the house, and at the same time, husband is also free. Why both cannot clean the house?
Why are you assuming this is the family that we're talking about? What if the husband and wife, they both work, they're both busy, right? But she's like, I'm not going to do anything, he's going to do it. Because I'm a woman, and if I do something, it means that I'm being oppressed. Like, you're supposed to do it.
She's basically...
Don't assume like families. No, universally.
She's basically pointing out the mindset of the man. The only females can do the house chores, right? So basically, those are the indirect slogans, not the direct slogans. I will also guess those slogans, but when I dig out like the what basically they mean to be. So then I came to know that maybe there's little bit something they have right. So I mean, for instance, like talking about some like that could be some vulgar, but Abbas was talking about in the nation. So everybody has a some some limits, some mental limits as well. So without any consent, nobody can, nothing can be done, right? So this is basically like the people are now being harassed, in fact, by husband as well for a wife. If we talk about generally, so yeah. everybody has some mental freedom. Everybody has some basic rights. So the woman should not be treated as an object.
Basic rights, not cooking and cleaning are not a part of basic rights. Basic rights include education and the right to work, the right to vote. Those are what basic rights are. Yeah. Not cooking and cleaning is not what comes in.
Absolutely. Why is it so? Because
why are they fighting for
you are saying these are the basic rights. Right. That's why they are portraying those slogans. I mean, the women are being all time associated with those words. Not for the votes, not for the education. So when this
phenomena will
be discouraged, then the people will talk about now she can vote, she can go for education, she can do anything else. So if those mindset would be discouraged.
No, when the feminist movement started in the West, okay, even back then nobody said I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to do anything. Okay, even back then they were fighting for their right to vote, right?
Why?
So they can fight for the right to vote right now as well.
Why? Because